Now, listen here, y'all. Welcome back to the Poorly Educated Podcast, where our research department is a gas station receipt. Our ethics board is my Aunt Darlene's Facebook. And the only peer review we get is from the deer that stare through the garage door while we're recording. Today's date stamp on the cosmic Polaroid is that glorious stretch of late summer when the cicadas are screaming like they lost the Wi-Fi. And boy, do we have a weird news jalopy to roll down your ear canals. You ever wake up and think, today I might watch a registered nurse deliver a baby raccoon from the dark night of fermented fruit with good old-fashioned CPR? No? Well, buckle up your real tree seatbelt, butter your biscuit ace, and pass the hand sanitizer, because we're going dumpster diving into destiny. And Atom, segment 1, the headline that slapped me like a wet catfish. Kentucky nurse revives drunk baby raccoon with CPR. Yep, you heard that right. Not a metaphor, not country song, an actual news story with quotes and everything. Picture it, Whitesburg, Letcher County Health Department, early September, the kind of morning where your coffee needs a coffee. Misty Combs, 21 years of nursing experience, the kind of person who knows which vein you hit from, shows up for work and notices a mother raccoon pacing like my cousin waiting on a scratch off. Inside the dumpster, 2 baby raccoons, water swirling around like a kiddie pool at a Motel 6 and floating amongst it all. Fermented peaches from the neighboring Kentucky Mist Moonshine Distillery. Yeah, that's right. Fate catered this mess with a fruit salad that's got more kick than my granddaddy's mule. One baby gets yanked out and saved. The other, face down among the peaches, limp as a church handshake after the sermon ran long, and Misty, God bless her high-octane do-what-needs-doing heart, goes, "Welp," and starts chest compressions on a trash panda like it's just another Tuesday. See, segment 2, the dumpster distillery and the fruit that fought back. Let's be honest, the phrase fermented peaches from a moonshine distillery is the most Appalachian sentence I've ever said without a banjo riff. This dumpster wasn't trash, it was a microbrewery with bad boundaries. Those peaches have been soaking up the good stuff like biscuits and gravy, and the baby raccoons, toddlers basically, came to the wrong buffet. I'm not saying they were hammered, but if they'd had tiny phones, they would have sent an X a text that reads, "You up," with paw print emojis. Nature invented fermentation. People just put it in jars, and raccoons, they're the PhD students of garbage, inquisitive, nocturnal, and always one overturned lid away from tenure. Put Fruity Hooch next to a curious critter, and you get a cautionary tale that smells like cobbler and regret. This is why country folks learn young. If it's bubbling and it ain't a fish fry, don't drink from it. Unless you're a raccoon. And then apparently you double fist it. Segment 3. CPR, but make it woodland. Misty looks at this little fellow. We'll see unresponsive, waterlogged, peach perfumed, and makes the call. Not the call to just say, well, circle of life. The call to do CPR. On a raccoon, you ever love this world and also hate how weird it gets? Same. But listen, she lines up those tiny ribs, 2 fingers, steady rhythm, minimal tilt on the head because, raccoon airway anatomy. She's giving compressions and those careful back slaps to expel water like she's burping a shot glass to try to drown itself. And somewhere around the chorus of "Lord, please," that little trash panda coughs, sputters, and returns to factory settings. This is the exact moment 100 angels high-fived and one ER doc muttered, "Dang, that'll be on the Joint Commission exam now." Misty even said later she was scared it'd wake up mid-compressions and go full Tasmanian devil on her, which, valid. If I woke up from a peach coma to a giant tapping my sternum, I'd bite first and ask for my lawyer second. But she kept at it, and the baby lived. If you ever wonder what a hero looks like, imagine scrubs that smell like Lysol and Victory, and a Britzy of human applying ACDC-LS. Vibes to a woodland rascal. Segment 4. Officials, fluids, and the world's smallest hangover kit. After the comeback tour, Misty calls Kentucky fish and wildlife like a responsible adult who doesn't want rabies and paperwork. So they scoop up our pocket-sized party animal, haul it to a vet, and the doc administers fluids. Because whether you're a bachelorette in Nashville or a raccoon in Whitesburg, hydration is the answer to 80% of life's problems. Vet gives the thumbs up. No broken bits, just a bout of accidental craft cocktailing. The very next day, sober as a deacon on Deacon's Night, the little bandit gets released back into the wild, probably with a pounding headache and a new respect for fruit that fizzes. Meanwhile, the mama raccoon who'd been pacing like a NASCAR pit crew finally gets to wag a ringed tail at her resurrected young'un. If raccoons had words, she'd have said, "We are never, ever eating out of that particular buffet again." Segment 5. The internet points, laughs, and falls in love. Somebody filmed the save. Of course they did. It's 2025, and even my toaster has a camera. The clip hits the socials, and boom, is everywhere faster than my cousin's MLM pitch at Thanksgiving. Comment sections filled up with, "Misty is a hero. I'm not crying, you're crying, eh?" And that one guy who has to explain, actually, per AH guidelines, ratio of compressions, "Sir, this ain't a seminar. This Peaches in Providence." It jumped from local oddity to national headline, the feel-good hangover tale we didn't know we needed. And we learned a universal truth. Humans love raccoons, as long as they're not currently in the kitchen. Also, we'll call them trash pandas, because we refuse to pass up a good nickname, even if the raccoon is out here saving the economy by eating your leftover pizza crust. Segment 6. The name game. Otis Campbell walks again. Misty and her crew, being certified connoisseurs of situational comedy, nicknamed the resurrected rascal Otis Campbell, as in Mayberry's favorite town, drunk from the Andy Griffith Show. That's not just a pun. That's regional literature. If you're too young to know Andy, just understand. Otis's personality is ferment hospitality. Naming the raccoon. Otis doesn't make light of danger. It makes heavy a mercy. It's Appalachian code. If we can laugh about it, we're going to live through it. Also, tell me you don't want Otis the Raccoon to have a spin-off where he teaches woodland critters about hydration and consent around produce. Episode 1. If the peach is fizzing, friends don't let friends face plant. Segment 7. When and where a map you can smell. Let's lay the pins clean. Whitesburg, Kentucky. Tucked in those Letcher County hills where the roads do more twists than a soap opera. Early September 2025. Just when the humidity and the football optimism are neck and neck, health department parking lot adjacent to Kentucky Mist Moonshine, the geographical equivalent to putting a donut shop next to a treadmill and daring fate. Misty Combs, veteran nurse of 21 years, clocking in for duty and clocking in stomachs for cocking destiny. If a novelist cooked this up, you'd say it's too on the nose. But reality here is written in all caps, underlined twice, with peach juice on the page. Segment 8, the public service announcements we didn't know we needed. So what do we learn, class? 1. Secure your dumpsters. If the lid is lighter than my commitment to cardio, you're going to attract both raccoons and plot twists. And 2. When fruit ferments, it's not a smoothie, it's evidence. 3. Trained humans who led with compassion can flip a script in under a minute. Misty didn't wait for a memo. She brought the ER to the alleyway. 4. Call the pros. Fish and wildlife exist, so you don't end up starring in a rabies origin story. 5. We can hold 2 truths. This is hilarious, and it is deadly serious. A baby almost drowned. A mother almost lost a child. A person stepped in and did the right thing anyway. And 6, if you're the distillery next door, maybe post a sign on the dumpster that reads, "No sampling, especially you raccoons." Segment 9, the Redneck Meta Minute, how we tell it matters. Now, y'all know our show's called Poorly Educated because half of us learned history from ballads and YouTube. But sometimes the diploma ain't the thing, it's the doing. There's this myth that country folks don't read the manual. Lies, we read the terrain. Misty, read the moment. 2 fingers, gentle pressure, keep your nerve when the steaks smell like overripe fruit. Folks ask me why so many raccoon jokes Because we survive with humor. We rib the darkness so it don't eat us whole. Being redneck ain't ignorance, it's ingenuity. Fixing the muffler with a coat hanger, turning a broom into a mic stand, and when the moment calls, turning a parking lot into an ICU. We're meta because we know the camera's on, but the heart's still working off screen. Segment 10. Takeaway that sticks like cobbler. Weird news is sugar on the rim that helps the medicine go down. We all click because drunk baby raccoon CPR is a galaxy brain phrase. We stayed because Misty's hand said, not today. We laughed at Otis. We cheered the vet. We nodded at Fish and Wildlife for showing up right. And hidden inside this carnival booth of a headline is a thing we keep forgetting. Humans can be decent, clever, quick, and brave. Who can be the person who jumps into the dumbest, messiest corner of the parking lot and brings something small and precious back? It's not a miracle because it's flashy. It's a miracle because it's ordinary compassion doing extraordinary work in a place that smells like bleach and peaches. In conclusion, if today's weird news had a moral, it'd be sewn on a trucker hat. Hydrate, secure your dumpsters, and don't sleep on nurses. Misty Combs, you did the Lord's CPR on a critter with a 5-finger discount lifestyle, and for that we salute you with a lukewarm gas station coffee held high. To the raccoon, formerly known as a cautionary tale, Otis, may your future snacks be responsibly non-alcoholic to Kentucky. Mist, moonshine, y'all throw a lid on that fruit before the squirrels start a fraternity. And to everyone listening, wherever your garage or kitchen table studio may be, remember, the world is a junk drawer of heavy moments and hilarious glitches. When the drawer sticks, wiggle, don't yank. And if you can help, help. We'll be back next time with another story that makes your eyebrows hug your hairline. Till then, keep your heart open, your peaches sealed, and your hands ready. Because the next weird headline might need you to be the one who breathes life back into it.